So Rashna there with the latest on what's happening with the taxi driver protests in Maharashtra. Now, digital content company Chai Bisket recently announced a $5 million seed round led by InfoEdge Ventures and General Catalyst. The company says this funding will power the launch and growth of Chai Shorts, a mobile-first short-form OTT platform designed to deliver premium fiction in ultra-short formats to India's next billion entertainment consumers. Designed for Gen Z as well as the rapidly growing Tier 2 and 3 markets, the app will launch with original content in Telugu and scale across multiple languages in the coming months. For more on the significance of this funding and how it will propel growth for Chai Bisket, join me now is Sharat Chandra, the co-founder of the company. Sharat, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, if you could briefly start by telling us about what Chai Bisket is solving for in the content space and why you're launching Chai Shorts now, because large platforms like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels already generate massive demand for short-form video. Aren't you a little bit late to the party, so to say?
No, I don't think so. I think YouTube and Instagram at some level have made a case that people enjoy short form content. But then if you look at the evolution of content, even in YouTube, so when content started in YouTube back in 2016-17, gradually it developed into more structured storytelling. People wanted to watch web series and not just short films. So I think I see a similar pattern here. I think over the last 4-5 years or so, people have gotten used to watching short form vertical content, primarily UGC. What guys like us are trying to essentially do is bring more structured storytelling, bring more drama, bring better produced shows to the audience. So I think there's definitely merit in what we're trying to do. It's like how YouTube and Netflix coexisted in the long form space. I think Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and guys like us will coexist.
So the market is large enough to house all of these players in it. If you could sort of, break down how this capital will be allocated across content creation, technology development, and user acquisition for Chai Shorts?
So I think primarily we at Chai Shorts are content guys. So Chai Bisket has been in the content space for the last 10 years. So content is something that we really believe in. And our firm belief is that if you make great content, everything else will follow. And we see that in movies, we see that in web series, one great show and all of us are talking about it and we all go there. So I think I would rank content in the first place and consistently good content and therefore money going there. Technology, product, wonderful user experience remain to be our next thing. And probably third is user acquisition. But like I said, if I'm doing great at number one, creating great content, my user acquisition cost should be low. And that is the goal at some level for us.
Sure. And Chai Shorts is entering an emerging niche, right, which is premium short form fiction in regional languages. So from a business model perspective, what does, monetization sort of look like in the short term? Are you going to prioritize subscriptions, ad-based revenue, or strategic brand collaborations?
So strategic brand collaborations is definitely one. We've been doing that in Chai Bisket already. Most of our web shows are sponsored as well. So that is definitely one revenue for us. Advertising is something I don't see happening in this format because it's already very short. I don't want to annoy my audience with an ad in like for a 2-minute video. I can't show a 30-second ad or a banner. So that's not done. Till we build a large size catalog, I think we will also avoid subscription. So that leaves us with microtransactions. We are trying to do something very interesting in this space with a slight twist compared to what everybody else is doing. And we are excited for that. But yeah, microtransactions will be the way to go. So, and this is the way we put it, right? Like if you go to your chai tapri next to your office every evening and have some chai and come back, how does it feel? That is the kind of experience we want to have, we want to give to our users.
So microtransactions and collaborations are what you're going to be focusing on. You say Chai Shorts, which, as you pointed out, will do 2-minute-long episodes, will launch in early access soon and aims to sort of release over 100 original shows in the first 6 months, right? That's quite an ambitious content pipeline. Will these be in multiple languages? What financial or operational models have you put in place to maintain both high volume and high quality content delivery at this scale?
So we are already an 80-member team based out of Hyderabad creating content. So we do have that muscle and we do have that backbone per se when it comes to content. I'm not essentially scrambling for content at this point. We do have a fair bit of strength to produce a lot of stuff in-house, which is something we've already begun to do. We're going to launch in less than a month with at least 50 titles live, everything original, cultural, made in India, made by us, made for Telugu. We do want to go into other languages as well, but to begin with, I want to reduce the variables in the equation. So this is a market we understand. There's a product that we don't essentially understand so much. So we want to start with something we know in the equation, which is the market. And then we'll start expanding into other languages as well very soon. But the plan to launch in other languages also comes with some amount of belief that content is culture. And unless I'm able to create culturally relevant content in a different language, I'm not just dubbing and putting it up. So I want to maintain that balance between having some culture content plus some dubbed content. So we will take some time to get into each language.
Sure. And, like you pointed out, in a competitive digital content ecosystem, right, user retention is sort of king. So how are you thinking about the lifetime value of a Chai Shots user? And what early indicators will you be tracking post-launch to sort of justify scale-up investments?
No, I think if I'm able to launch one or two wonderful shows that people enjoy watching every month, I think you have a winner at your hand. And in content business, that's very difficult also. So I think the answer to your question is we hope to consistently generate great content and provide our users with the best possible entertainment in this format, and that's how we hope to retain them. And regional markets have always been proving to us that they're very content hungry. So I think that's what I'm banking on.
Okay. All right, Sharad. Thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street.